Alright, welcome back, new viewers and Game Bears. It is time for a new episode of the Kirby's Return, not Return Dreamland, Superstar Ultra playthrough, and today we have ourselves Dyna Blade. Dyna Blade has disrupted the crops. There must be a reason, but first, this has to stop. So, let's click on here and begin a new game. So Kirby's just sleeping. Oh, a bird. That tree got cut in half. Same with the plateaus in the background, I guess. He cut the trees. Time to go see what's going on, I guess. Never cut a tree in front of Kirby, I suppose, is the lesson here. And those sunflowers are sad. Alright, you see here we have ourselves 5 separate stages that we have to go to, and that giant bird you see right there is the boss of this. There are actually 2 secret stages that have very wonderful secrets in them that you have to find in these 2 stages, in one of these 4 stages before the boss. So, going down this here mountain, there's a cutter enemy right over here. We can make him into a partner when we see something desirable. Oh, speaking of, though not the most desirable ability in my opinion, the parasol ability. Guard against falling objects, twirl to attack or just drift, or do a parasol throw. Which I forgot you could do that in this game. I remember the hammer throw, but not the parasol throw. Just be in mind, if you use either hammer or the parasol throw, you'll lose your ability. You can also damage enemies that are right above you. You get this adorable looking floating animation too. I remember this one Kirby plush my nephew had when he was little. And I used to do that little floating thing with it and make it fall right into his lap. But anyways, alright, a lot of enemies will die if put into water, like you just saw there. Return to Dreamland and Star Allies do the same thing. Which is another, like, mechanic that originated from this game, the SNES original. Alright, just go over here, just make sure you don't jump so you don't get hit by the Gordo. You can even grab enemies with the parasol. Alright, parasol attacks can even go through walls. Which one thing I kind of do like, if you choose to use that ability, the game does pretty much everything it can to teach you that in the early levels. Or how the weapon works, which is pretty cool. Teaching elements in a platforming game, whether it's certain enemies, a stage gimmick, an ability that you acquire. You see this all the time in other platformers like Mega Man or Shantae, and I think that's really cool. But anyways, we have ourselves 2 separate doors. If we go up here, there's even more goodies. A 1-up and a Maxim Tomato. Which is basically a full restore in this game. Because you know what they say, you can't be the pink demon without knowing how to spam Maxim Tomatoes? That was cringe, I'm sorry. But anyways, let us keep moving. Going up here this mountain, we get ourselves an invincibility candy. So, I want to talk about the the partner AI real fast. The partner AI in this game is not really the best. They're kind of coded to always attack any enemy in front of you, and they end up kind of taking recoil damage because of it. Like, they'll just run into everything most of the time. And sometimes they even get in the way of you doing damage to certain bosses, which can get a little annoying sometimes. I always wonder what that little triangle-shaped food was. I think that's a slice of cake, but they could have done better portraying that. Alright, we're not going through those spikes. If we were still invincible, we could do that, but no. Alright, we have ourselves a mid-boss over here. And it is Chef Kawasaki. Y'all remember him from Star Allies? Well, he is back here, and he's kinda lame. He'll just use his ladle attack, which has much less range than before. However, if we absorb him, we get ourselves the cook ability. Which the game, like I mentioned earlier, will give you a teaching element in how it works. Y'all remember Kirby's Final Smash and Super Smash Bros. Brawl? Well, this is where it originated. In the SNES original, of course. And the more enemies you suck in, the more normal items you suck in, the more nice little treats you'll get. And just like the end screens in Superstar Ultra, or Return to Dreamland, I mean, the higher on the bar you click, the farther you will go, up to number 1, and the better prizes you'll get, the higher number you get. I got about 3. I could have done better, but that's okay. Alright, now we've unlocked new stages. Now you see a little nudge path right up there, right above Kirby? That subtly hints that there's a special unlockable that you can get. And we will be getting it in said stage. Parasol, what'll do? Give me your powers. Now we just need to go in this here door. Right in one of these rooms is where the special secret is. We also have some mid-bosses, known as the Meta Knights. And that'll become important in a later episode. Alright, just beat them up. They're kind of just there because, I guess. Alright, if we go down here, we can break this wall. And get ourselves another secret room with the ninja ability. If we absorb this enemy, you are now a ninja, even though it looks significantly different than how it does in later games. Pretty much just a reskin of the stone ability. Hide in shadows and darkness. Use ninja skills on your mission. You're a ninja. A ninja! Cool. And we have kunai throws and knife attacks and all of that stuff. Like this. You can even cling on the walls and do a cool little ninja jump if you choose to. Alright, get this one up, and now we can fly back up here. Or swim back up there, I guess. Do a nice little wall jump. And nice little kick attack, too. Alright, and this bomb enemy over here will try to leave bombs when you go there, but he'll learn that he's too slow. Alright, I'm gonna kill my partner over here because I need his parasol ability. You cannot have more than one ability on screen at a time as well. Which is why my other ability that I just had disappeared. Now this, right over here, is how you unlock one of the secret stages that I was mentioning. You press this button, and now we have access to said secret stage. And after we're done with this stage, we'll go see what that's all about. We could have also absorbed that mirror enemy, but you know what, who cares? Might as well just get the mirror enemy anyways. Alright, now we have an auto-scroller. Not the best to do auto-scrollers in a platformer. I mean, it's okay for Kirby, I guess, but in the likes of, say, Mario or Sonic, it's not as good. Especially Sonic when he's, you know, supposed to go fast. But whatever. I don't think that, from my memory, I don't think there's many auto-scrollers in this game anyways. This is like one of, I want to say, 3 of them. Alright, that is the sleep ability right over there, but we're not gonna get that. Alright, break these blocks. There's this weird iron wall over here that we break with the warp star. And all that just to go on the other side of the castle room. Okay. Alright, hey, wait a minute, a new power. Hold up, go back. Alright, you take this. Alright, just want him to respawn. Alright, come over here. Ah, come on. Alright, you get over here. We have ourselves a new power, the wheel power. Roll to be nearly invincible, or ride a wheel helper. Beware thorns and holes. So now we have the wheel ability, and the only other game besides this that this ability shows up in is in Triple Deluxe. And actually no, Triple Deluxe doesn't have it. Planet Robobot does though. Actually no, it's in Triple Deluxe. I'm being stupid. But anyways, you could keep driving around and you're kind of invincible. And if you turn around while you're near a boss like this, you can actually do quite a lot of damage. And you can always press the B button again to stop. Allowing your partner to absorb this allows them to turn into a biker wheelie. And if you jump on top of them, Kirby turns into this. It's not really much different from if Kirby uses the ability himself, but I guess the hitbox is just a bit larger. And it's quite fun. But anyways, if you want to dismount, just jump up and hold your cursor upward. And you'll get right off the wheelie, partner. Alright, and there's spikes over here too, so let us beware. So, like, unlike later games, the wheel ability doesn't really have that much to it. You just hit the button, Thank you. Wait, I can't really see what's going on. But thank you, Speed000, for becoming a gamer bear. Now we're at 330 followers. But like I was saying, we have ourselves a nice little helmet on. Alright, now we have ourselves the hammer ability. Hopefully my partner doesn't accidentally kill him. There we go, because we're gonna need this. Alright, let's get our healing items. Drink soda. It's totally healthy for a tire of all things to drink. If we hit this stake over here, the castle breaks open, and now we have ourselves a little door to go into. With free 1-ups. Told you I got a lot of 1-ups in this game, but now we're at the end of the stage. And I screwed it up. Oh well. Can't win them all, right? Alright, now we have ourselves a little mid-boss. Why don't we take him down real quick? And this here is Iron Man. Yeah, I know, a pun on Iron Man. Real cool, right? But this enemy is super easy. They're dead. They're already dead. Alright, you take that hammer ability. You can even have mid-bosses on your side if you want to after you beat certain enemies. With Iron Man's ability, Iron Man does give you the fighter ability. Just a quick little mid-boss, kind of there to trip you up, I guess. Now let's go to the special stage that we unlocked, where you get yourself free abilities. And a few enemies to test it out on, such as the almighty hammer. Ooh, game, bad news for you. You gave me one of the most broken abilities ever. But anyways, there is one ability that we have yet to see, that we haven't seen yet. And that is the plasma ability. It's a little different from spark ability in later games, because in spark, anytime you attack, you can get yourself a little barrier. Here, you got actually ranged attacks, several ranged attacks, in fact. Alright, tap the controls pad to make and store an electric charge. Plasma shots go through walls. And if you rotate the button, or your D-pad, or in my case a cursor, you'll get more charge. You got no charge plus B, you get plasma needle. You get some charge, you got plasma arrow. You get more charge, you get plasma spark. And finally, you get lots of charge, you get plasma laser. And I guess not finally, but tons of charge, you get plasma wave, which is one of the strongest non-nuke attacks in the game that isn't the hammer ability. And you can even have yourself a little barrier while you do it. How I like to use this weapon, or ability, I like to hit the guard button, generate myself a little barrier, especially next to bosses where you can do residual damage to them. Though you might want to keep doing this as well, so you keep your barrier. It's quite a neat ability. Though I think Spark is still overall better in later games. I do like the wispy, greenish, like, fire that Kirby has. Let me just move my little cursor over here for a second. Alright, onward to stage 3, Cocoa Caves. I was so used to how Spark worked. But anyways, you can also do a little super jump that you just see me do there accidentally, but we're going through the Cocoa Caves. And here is the Plasma Wisp enemy. Uh-oh, don't want to fall for that. Well, if we see another Naughty, I'm gonna... You know what, right here. And now Blockers becomes a Plasma Wisp. If we take this Naughty in, we get the Sleep ability. And unlike later games, you don't even recover HP. Alright, Kirby just falls asleep for a few seconds, and that's kinda it. But anyways, let's do that again. And we pause. Sleep. Just a little longer. Please. Let me sleep. Alright, Kirby, go to bed for a few seconds. You need it. Alright, just a neat little animation. This plasma almost killed me. Too bad he failed. Alright, let this boom bomber, or I guess not, my partner just hits him. But I just let him fall, but no. Alright, we got the polar bear looking guy over here. Now, if we charge ourselves up, we can break all these blocks in just mere seconds. Just beware of the Gordos, though. Fun fact, if you didn't know, Gordo is just fat in Spanish. That's what it is. Alright, don't want to get hit by these guys. Alright, I don't think with the ability I have, I can even get that one up, but that's okay. Alright, now we have ourselves a little wind section, which is a little annoying, so I'm going to boost up a little charge over here. If we do this, we have ourselves the stone ability, though not as versatile as it is in later games. Pound, pound, crush. Change into many heavy forms. When on a slope, you'll slide. And pretty much all you can do is turn to rock mode, that's it. Unlike later games where you can use a fist. Which, speaking of, I'm just gonna get rid of them. Because it's better to have no ability here than to use stone in this section. Since even if you're in stone form, you will get blown by the wind. Which can be very bad. Oh, come on, man. I was gonna get that what'll do. Alright, just float over slowly so you don't run into too many things, and we can go into this door. And now we can use the stone ability again. We can even slide down slopes, which is the main appeal of this ability, besides you being basically indestructible. There's not a single attack in this entire game that damages stone ability. But anyway, speaking of, there was another new ability we could have gotten there just now. And that being, if we absorb this enemy named Jim, we got the wonderful yo-yo ability. One of my personal favorite abilities used in this game. This isn't just any yo-yo. Swing up and down, or break spin. Try them all to look cool. You get a lot of spinning attacks. This ability also shows up later in Star Allies. And pretty much the only other game this ability shows up in. Now this here room, hit this block real quick. Get yourself the one up and all the food just floats in the air for some reason. Yay, turkey that defies gravity, my favorite. Hello, Aaron, how you doing today? I'm doing just fine, thank you for asking. Alright, you see all that lava down there? You don't want to get hit by any of that. And I know you're doing fantastic. Alright, we have ourselves the chili enemy again, but we don't need him right now. Because we got ourselves the coolest ability ever, and I took damage. Yeah, Kirby has a neat little freeze animation whenever he gets hit by an ice attack, which is pretty funny. Weirdly enough, he doesn't have that in later games. Alright, luckily we got free food down here, and free pancakes. Y'all know how much I love them pancakes. Alright, if we hit down and then upwards, you do this neat little spinning attack. Yes, that is a very, that's a very kick-ass song. Alright, we can ride these rails that actually allow you to go through spikes and enemies. So it's a nice little way to teach you how to use these things. Like I mentioned, one of the keys to making a decent platformer, teach your player how to use certain mechanics like this in safe environments. I go up the ladders nice and quick before the shot zones get you. And now we can ride this hero warp star. And you saw that attack Chili just used, he can summon icicles. Something you can't do in this game, or in later games for that matter, which is strange. I just eat whatever that was, I don't know what that is. We have ourselves a mid-boss. Bugsy! Which, just like in Star Allies, he'll give you the suplex ability. And he's kind of lame in this game, he's the second weakest mid-boss in this game behind Poppy Bro Sr. You can summon little ladybugs, but that's about it. Here, let's have him turn to Jim. And now we have Suplex, which has a bunch of throwing attacks just like in Star Allies. And you have the little pinpoint kick attack. Alright, Suplex. This burns with fighting spirit. Grab foes and throw them in all 8 directions. To throw... Alright, learn all 8 throws to be a champion. Not just any champion, but the world champion. It is a very beautiful song, I do agree. Alright, now we've got the goal. That should get us just very close to number 1. That does count as 1, right? I don't know. No, it doesn't, sadly. Alright, now we have unlocked to the 4th stage, and just like stage 2, this stage is alluding to a secret stage with secret abilities. Now let's do this stage. Alright, if we go all the way over here... There's nothing this time, sadly. Might as well just fall down a little faster. And we can do a bunch of back throws like that. Kirby can grab pretty much any object with this, including mid-bosses after they're defeated. Use it wisely, and it's a really fun weapon to use. It's very similar to the throwing ability from Kirby's Adventure, as well as Nightmare and Dreamland Kirby's Adventure's remake on the GBA. Alright, you can try to go down here, though it's a little difficult. No, you don't. No, it isn't. You can go down here. There's a Shotzo sitting down here, as well as 2 Gordos. There's a little secret over there. Let's see what it is. And this naughty over here just gets suplexed. Alright, these little cannons will shoot you to places, and you can choose the direction in which it shoots you in. And there's not really anything over here. Alright, now we need the fire ability for this one, and just like with Bonkers, you can get yourself a little mid-boss if you give them the suplex ability. Alright, because you need the fire ability to get through this. If you want to, you can always damage boost, I guess, but it's not advised. And we get ourselves 3 beautiful 1-ups. We already have 17, and this is only episode 2. We're gonna get much more. Don't you worry. Ow. There is one special attack that fire has that's very similar to the burning ability, also from Kirby's Adventure, as well as Nightmare in Dreamland. If you use your fire breath, oh no, my partner died. And you pull it in on yourself, you can become a ball of fire yourself. Anyways, if your partner takes too much damage, you can always save them by giving them your own ability. Alright, now let's go in here. And there's another new ability we haven't had yet. Wing! Alright, mid-air spin and shuttle loop. Spread your wings and fly. Little Kirby doesn't that feel good. Using a bunch of wing-based attacks, as well as using feathers as little kunai spears, I guess. Yes, the rapping in that song is quite good. Alright, if you find a way to hit this here, attack, use the Condor Dive to go through it and break that bomb block, as you just saw there. And you can even fly much faster. And while Kirby flies, he also gains a little hitbox, too. Which destroys certain aerial enemies pretty easily. I don't want to go in there just yet. Alright, maybe I do want to go in there. There's nothing else beyond here, so no other thing to do but to go into here. Alright, if my dearest friend over here would like to light this fuse... Oh, wait, we don't have to. That's fine. We could just use this burning Leo. Alright. Come on, man. Why'd you set that thing on fire so soon? Alright, get into the cannon before it's too late. We got in there just in time. And we got ourselves a bunch of special treats. 2 Maxim tomatoes, a 1-up, and a bunch of food. Don't know why they give you 2 Maxim tomatoes and a bunch of food when Maxim tomatoes heal you fully, but who cares? It's cool anyways. Alright, now there's a little secret over here. If you go to the left over here, you will find not only the copy ability, but... which is kind of redundant, this ability is kind of stupid. I think this ability only exists so you can give your ally over here the attack enemy, which is just a cat with a giant bag. But anyways, if you click that, you'll unlock the second and final secret stage in this level. And this copy ability, I'm glad later games don't have this ability. This is such a stupid ability. It's so redundant. Kirby can already copy others. I think the only reason this ability exists is for a certain later mode we'll talk about in a later episode. But anyways, copy. Use a strange light to analyze and then copy foes' abilities. Might you learn weird ones. Analyze beam and that's it. So when Kirby attacks, you get this decently nicely ranged attack. And I guess Kirby brings out some weird hospital light thing, whatever the hell that is, to attack with it. And if you attack an enemy that can give you an ability, you'll get said ability. I break these bomb blocks over here, and you got a lot of lava to avoid. If you want to make things easier on yourself, unlike what I just did, don't hit those blocks. But you saw that attack enemy over there. He can do something very annoying. In other words, take away your partner. Now here's another little screen nuke we can use. The Crash ability. And the strongest ability in the game. The only caveat is it's 1 attack. But it's a screen nuke. Crash. KO all foes with a big boom. But be careful. This ultimate weapon has only 1 charge. Though later games will allow you to make it stronger, in this game that's not the case. And now Kirby will casually be a supernova, destroying every enemy on screen and one-shots every single mid-boss in the game. And why don't we do it again? We could slide kick to get that one up, that we take fire damage, that's okay. All worth it to get this bad boy over here. I do like the rapping in that song, indeed. I agree. Alright, those weird parasols are flying off. And now, Kirby, show the world the nuke that you are. For 1 enemy. Alright, one thing these guys have, if you try to inhale them, they will instantly turn into their scary forms, the Scarfy enemies they are called. If y'all remember me referencing them in my Paper Mario playthrough. Alright, kinda sucks not having an ability, so I'm gonna kill him real fast. And apparently if you analyze him, this also gives you Crash for whatever weird reason. But it was that pineapple-looking enemy there, he'll give you the bomb ability if you inhale him. It's kind of annoying to go through this without an ability, by the way, so give me your power. And like I mentioned in the previous episode, the bomb ability kind of sucks. There really isn't much going for it. Alright, might as well make a Poppy Bro Jr. and get ourselves another bomb ability. And for some reason, we weren't carrying the bomb with us. But anyways, we have ourselves a gauntlet of mid-bosses to deal with. And first up, Mr. Flosty's Floss. He's here to sell you floss. Y'all know why I call him that if y'all remember both my Forgotten Land playthrough and my Star Allies playthrough. Anyways, he's down. Give us the ice ability. Alright, now up next, Bonkers. And he's already at about half HP. Yes, Persona 3 is a very wonderful game. It has the best story of the Persona games Atlas cares about, that is. But anyways, here you become Chilly, and now we have the best ability in the game once again, the Hammer ability. And finally, our final match is against two Poppy Bro Seniors. Y'all remember what I said in the previous episode? Yep. Hammer flips straight up one-shots this mid-boss, and it's insane. This and Bugsy are the only bosses / mid-bosses in the entire game that get one-shotted by said attack. I have to sing lyrics to songs I enjoy all the time, actually. But anyways, will we get number 1? Probably. And for one 1-up, we have 20 1-ups. Alright. Before we fight Dyna Blade, we must do Trial Room 2, it's called, with many other neat abilities, a few of which we haven't seen yet. By a few, I mean one. That being the Jet ability. Funnily enough, this and the SNES original are the only games where this ability shows up for many years up until Kirby's playing a Robobot on the 3DS in 2016. So now if we look at this here ability, Strap Jet powers here are back. Hold the B button to charge, then let it go to hit Mach 5. Alright, hold button, store power. After storing power, release for Jet Kick, release for Jet Headbutt in midair. You can even jump right after using a charge to hold your charge if you want to. Like that. And if you press the B button again right as Kirby is about to hit an enemy, he can shoot off energy. As you see right over here, dealing extra damage as well as giving his attacks more range. Though, you can also deal damage with this little jetpack fuel over here. Though in my opinion, this ability sucks. It's better in playing a Robobot in my opinion. But, this ability sucks. You're constantly getting hit, though you do have iframes. And you don't really have many ways to attack your enemies. No, this is going to become very annoying later in the game, and you'll see why. But anyways, time to deal with Mr. Toad over here, get him out of there, and that's the second trial room that you can unlock. We're going to go back to the first room so I can get a hammer ability real quick before the boss fight. Right over here. And why don't we give him Bonkers as well. And now, time to confront Dyna Blade. We must walk up the mountain. Here, this music is very ominous. I'll shut up for a second so y'all can listen. That song is really good as well, I agree. Alright, what do y'all think of this song if you can hear it? It's time to confront Dyna Blade and see what's going on here. And why Kirby has to beat things up. And no, wait, that weird transition happened again. Alright, and here is Dyna Blade. Dyna Blade looks very familiar to a certain other Nintendo-related bird. But anyways, her only weak spot, yep, she's a her by the way, is her head. She'll try to charge at you, do not get caught in her claws, it will do quite a bit of damage. The AI seems to really struggle against this boss too. She has a long neck, will do neck attacks, and will even fire off those weird beam attacks. Alright, no dialogue here either for Dyna Blade, but doesn't Dyna Blade look like a certain other Nintendo bird to you? That's right, Dyna Blade kind of looks like Ho-Oh from the Pokemon series, as well as Bugsy slightly resembling Heracross, also from the Pokemon series. Just wanted to bring that up. But anyways, this boss is pretty much dead. Don't get caught by the claws. No, my partner. And down goes Dyna Blade. And the reason why Dyna Blade was doing what she did is to care for her chicks. So we basically just beat up a mother bird for essentially a very minuscule reason. And I'd say the little mama bird over here had a reason to do what she did. She was just getting food for her babies. But Kirby, being the kind-hearted hero he is, goes to Wispy Woods going, yo, can I borrow some apples? They hungry. Actually, screw it. I'm just taking your apples anyways. Ah, poor Wispy Woods. Well, at least your apples are going to a good cause. Those little chicks are going to grow up nice and strong. Oh, the poor baby. Don't worry, man. Falling down is just a lesson when it comes to flying. Funnily enough, the only other Kirby games where Dyna Blade shows up is in Air Ride. I don't think there's, outside of like small cameos, there's no other game Dyna Blade shows up in. Anyways, to be continued once again, as Kirby sends him a goodbye past the sunset. After beating the shit out of a mama bird, but whatever. Anyways, with that being done, in the next episode, we will do the gourmet race against King DDD. So, King DDD challenged Kirby to see who's the hungriest gourmet. Who will reach the goal first? Speed up to eat. Eat to win. You can eat and run for the goal versus a friend as well if you want to. Well, that's one thing that we'll talk about later on, but the multiplayer in this game, if you don't have a friend who has another physical copy of this game, is pretty limited. But, discussion for another day. Thank you for your safety checks. Anyways, next episode, like I said, we will do the gourmet race against King DDD. If y'all enjoyed this and you want to see more, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and follow. Hit one of the videos you see on screen now on YouTube and that bell button for more. May I give a special thank you to both Aaron for joining me once again for today, as well as Speed00_ for becoming a Game Bear and allowing us to hit 330 follows. Thank you very much for that. And consider becoming a YouTube member and Twitch subscriber for $3 a month and $6 a month respectively. And finally, consider answering the question today in the link in the description below. So, for those of you on Twitch, let us raid somebody real fast, and today we shall... We shall raid Fipsimon. Send him your unwavering love and support. And he is playing Marvel Spider-Man 2. Alright, thank you all for watching. Have a terrific day.